Hello everyone, look who's keeping to a schedule, this guy. So as promised, we're going to be upgrading this GTX 770 in our Lenovo i7 2600 base system to this 1060 6 gig card. So we're definitely going to see what the i7 2600 could do with a better GPU, as we are kind of bottlenecked, or definitely bottlenecked by our GTX 770. We'll also be upgrading the memory from 8 gigs to 16 gigs, so we're going to really limit or try to alleviate any bottlenecks on the CPU as we can to really benchmark just the CPU in this case. So I'm going to go ahead, swap out the components, and I'll be right back. And like magic, our GTX 1060 and 16 gigs of RAM is installed. So I'm going to go pop the side panel back on and boot up the system, install the latest NVIDIA driver, and get to gaming. So we're going to go through the same suite of games we tried in our last video, and the ones we couldn't play, like Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite. So, see you in a second. Okay, as you can see, we got the system boot up. I downloaded the latest NVIDIA driver. I believe it's version 5.11 as the time of this video. I could be wrong. I have no idea. I don't fact check these. Just spew out nonsense. But anyway, okay, so we're going to go into our first game. Our first game is going to be Battlefield 2042. And let's hop right into it. I'm going to load it up and we'll cut into in-game footage. So as you can see, there's quite a few interesting things going on here right now. One is my gun is missing. I don't know if that is a glitch with this game. I know it's notoriously well for, being a well polished and good, running game. That's, man. All right, here, let me reset. I know this game is definitely known for its polish and quality. As you can see, all of our CPU threads are maxed out right now. This is a notoriously unoptimized game, and it shows. Oh, there's my comeback, so it's pretty cool. I can actually see what I'm doing. I mean, this is playable. We're getting. Oh yeah, the settings are. Everything's off. Everything's on low or off, and this is at the native resolution of 100% resolution scale. But as you can see, we're basically 100% CPU bound here. Our GPU is barely cracking 40 to 50%. This is the same thing I was seeing with the Dell system we reviewed earlier, and I died from a helicopter. I'm guessing. I can't even see. Oh yeah, there it is. But I mean, like, I could play this. Obviously, the only problem is with a system like this and a CPU like this, you're not going to get any more further performance. Like this is it. Like, because we are definitely hard capped, especially in these larger areas. I mean, the whole maps, all these maps in Battlefield 2042 are huge. So, getting shot by another helicopter, I'm guessing. Yep, same guy. Okay, here, we'll try spawning one more time. We got a bunch of dips too as well. Frame times seem to be all over the place. I don't want to get killed by that same guy in the helicopter, but I probably am. What is this? I forgot. I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, you can see we're kind of lagging here a little bit too. I'm going to use that as my justification why I'm playing terrible. Oh. But yeah, I mean, if you're on a budget, this is definitely playable. I don't know why you would necessarily want to play this game. But, I mean, you can. Who's shooting at me again? Oh, wow, I probably should notice that. Okay, let's go to the next game. Okay, into our next game, one that's a little bit better optimized, is Halo Infinite. We are playing this at native resolution, which is 1600 by 1200, with a blend of medium to low settings. And this is definitely a much better and playable experience compared to Battlefield. This is just a game of bot boot camp. So I could probably drop the settings and get a little bit better performance. I see there are some frame dips here and there, but overall we're averaging around 60 FPS. As you can see, our CPU is basically maxed out again, but it's leveraging the GPU just about as well. So we're pretty, in this game, this is a pretty well balanced system. So I'm just going to play a little bit and just give you guys an idea how it's like. I am also using a controller too as well, so no more laptop trackpad. Oh. Doesn't mean I'm still good. Doesn't mean I'm, any better at the game though. Yeah, you see a frame dip right there? That could mess you up if you're in a like an intense session right there. Oh man, I just got killed by a bot. Well, of course I'm gonna blame it on my teammate. You know, he didn't protect my back. So, this is so quick. I might as well just finish the game. So. Oh, this is oddball. Oh, I thought this was Team Slayer. Whoops. Alright, that was a pretty good overview of Halo Infinite. Definitely a playable game on this system. And let's go to the next one. Oops. Here we are into a Warzone game. I forgot to select the input to to controller, so I'm stuck using my terrible mouse and keyboard again. And also, I can't seem to change the graphics settings. I don't know what's going on. It could be due to the fact that this game is a buggy mess right now, mainly due to Activision or Raven or whoever develops this game making changes to the launcher and client in general. But whatever settings, I think we're on medium to low settings with a native resolution of 600 by 1200 with a 100% resolution scale, and this game is playing fine. We're not actually maxing out either CPU or GPU, so there's probably settings we can increase if we wanted to. But this is definitely a game I could play if I wanted to. So, oh. And unless I get, splattered by a helicopter. Alright, let me just play a few more of this. This is just a lading lobby. I don't even know if this is a regular Warzone map because there's 40 people is the maximum or the amount of people that the game's looking for. Oh man, I do not know how to play this game with mouse and keyboard. B for the noob too. I gotta leave before the lobby fills up though, so. Oh, there's somebody. And that's a pretty good idea of the game. So let's go into our next game, which is going to be Doom Eternal. And here we are into Doom Eternal, which is infinitely a much better experience. Oops, maybe a chainsaw on. But compared to the last video with oh, that's the melee button. Compared to the video of the GTX 770, it's like night and day. We're getting over 100 FPS, and this is with the high preset, with a native resolution and 100% resolution scale. And this is just so much better. Like, we're getting hundreds of FPS. It's crazy. This is probably, obviously, this is the... Here, let me even see if I can jack the settings up even more. Let's go to video. Yeah, we're only using 4 gigs of RAM. A VRAM, sorry. Let's go put it on to Nightmare. And then apply changes. Up now we're hitting it a little bit. Let's drop the texture just down to Ultra. Okay, now we're good. Look at that though, still a much better experience. I mean, I can't say it enough. Wish I knew how to switch weapons. Oh, there we go. I don't normally play this on the controller. And there we go. It's a pretty good, pretty good playthrough Doom here. I mean, I would definitely play it like this. I mean, well, we're getting over 100 FPS. Why wouldn't I say I would play it like this? So, all right, let's go on to the next game. Our last game to test today is Apex Legends. I'm running this at the native resolution of 100% resolution scale and with medium to high details, and we're getting a pretty consistent 60 FPS. Unfortunately, I didn't queue up with Phil off, so I'm in a squad, so I'm going to have to play this game. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm just going to see if I can not die as quickly as I normally can. So. Okay, so I very much helped out my squad there, but that was a pretty good overview of how Apex plays with a 1060 and i7 2600. So I'm gonna cut it here and just go to the desktop with my final thoughts on this. Okay, my final thoughts on the system. If you happen to get a cheap, maybe office PC, or even like, a home PC like this used to be, with an i7 2600 in it, and maybe even the i5, which are still 4 cores, if you could find, and this is the real big question, if you could find a cheap, I don't even know if that exists these days, cheap GPU, maybe a 1050 or a 960, then you could get a decent enough gaming experience at 720p. Obviously, you're not going to be doing 2K gaming or Q8W QHD gaming with 144 hertz, but you'll definitely be able to do 720p gaming on low to medium settings and get a pleasant experience out of it, and obviously get to use the computer as a computer. I'd say that the system has probably about 3 years of usable lifespan left. Defining usable is still being able to play games if you like. Probably has more. Definitely has at least until the end of Windows 10 support, where I would then recommend that the user either switch over to Linux or run, Windows 11 on the hardware, because you probably can. It just doesn't have obviously secure boot or TPM or any of the nonsense Microsoft required. Some caveats is obviously finding a GPU at a reasonable price. Even the GTX 770 that we tested out in the previous video goes for about $200 on not $200, $100 on eBay, and the GTX 1060 that we have in this computer goes, in this current config goes for about $300 on eBay right now, which is insane. Everything's insane right now. So basically, get whatever you can at a reasonable price and play some games or do whatever you want to do. So, thank you again for watching. I don't know if anyone's watched this video all the way through, but I appreciate all the good feedback I get, and I'll keep working on, maybe writing scripts or speaking better. Me speak good. But until next time, I'll see you guys then.